let's start with that. I mean, how much has conversation around the place, around the players, amongst the office there, been about the fact the fans about this weekend?
Yeah, I mean it's been the focus now. I mean, obviously we've been focused on the games, but it just generally we always knew the Weymouth game we'd have the fans back. So the closer it got, the more excited we've been, and we obviously aware that a win the other night would put us in a position where a win on Saturday guarantees us playoffs. So then it makes it even more kind of significant. So yeah, we're just we're obviously really happy to have them back, and it definitely hasn't been the same without supporters in the ground. So great for me to personally to kind of see the fans for the first time, and I think also for some of the players that have never experienced the fans at Meadow Lane, I think it's going to be something special for them.
I think we all took football for granted in the old days. Didn't really know what we'd be missing by fans not going, because why would it ever cross your mind? But what has it been like for you, kind of coming into a football club and there not being fans there? What has there been any sort of surprising element to that maybe you didn't expect would be missing by the fact that there are no supporters?
Um, I think I've always all the clubs I've been in, obviously you meet the fans on the first game that you come in, and you meet many face to face around the ground, and you meet a lot of the kind of sponsors and the people around in those bits, and you get a feel for everybody and they get a feel for you. But you kind of don't do it when I've come in. It's just been me, the players, and the staff around, and that's it. So yeah, it's been different to come in this situation, and but that hopefully that's the end of it now, and that we get more and more opportunities to meet the fans and play in front of them, and yeah, hopefully put on good games for them.
How important in your past then has building a relationship with supporters been?
Yeah, very much so. I mean, in all the clubs I was in Scandinavia, I had a great, in Sarpsborg, we had a great relationship with the fans in Viking. Over the 3 years, I think at the end, as I was leaving, I was invited to the supporters end of season party, and the same in Östersund threw us a party when I left. So I've always had close ties with the fans. I like to be around and talk with the fans, and any opportunity to meet them and get to know them, I always try and do. So I always want that kind of relationship, and I've always had that in the previous club. So hopefully the same here now. Now the fans start to return.
Yeah, I just wonder what that moment is going to be like. When the players come out 5-3, and you hear that buzz. That's going to kind of be the moment, isn't it? Really, Saturday.
Yeah, because there's no like now you just walk out and stand there and there's nobody there. Just the sound of your own voice, which is not what I want to hear really. So yeah, I can't wait to be in the tunnel and hear the crowd, and it's going to mean something extra on the game for sure.
Yeah. Does it add extra pressure, the fact to the players, the fact that there are 4,000 fans in there watching or not?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. No, I think we're just excited to have them there. I think I'm hoping that it's going to help us. The feel for the crowd and the excitement. We've had games where I felt like we've attacked quite well, and then when the goal hasn't come, the game kind of goes a bit sterile. Whereas when you've got the fans, they keep pushing you. So I think that it'll help us, especially how we're playing at the moment.
Yeah. Such a significant match as well, as you say. The victory the other night means that a win this weekend will guarantee the playoff place. How important is it now that you've kind of got that to be able to do this now, rather than it coming down to a slightly nerve-wracking final day against a team who would want to nick that spot off you?
Yeah, but this is no. I said before, this is no gimme. It's Weymouth, okay, down there, but I guess that this is the game that they've really looked forward to, because they get to play in front of 4,000 fans at Meadow Lane. So I think whatever we do, we're going to see the best of Weymouth. So we've certainly got to be on it. And no matter what happens in this game, we want to perform well and get a good result against Bromley, because we're in a good vein of form, but we want to maintain that momentum going into the playoffs. So we don't want anything to drop at any point. So we want to try to maintain the form and maintain the quality that we've played with.
Have you got a decision to make about Conor Rawlinson? He said it was 50-50 for the other night, but then you've defended so resolutely the other night, and then you've got to decide whether to bring him back in. Is that a tough one for you to call this week?
Yeah, really. He's just trained now, and he's trained really well. Starting to feel good, so we'll obviously see how he reacts, but I'm hoping he's very much in contention for the weekend. But like you say, we defended exceptionally. Places are there to be had, and when players step in and play well, it's very hard to change too much. But competition's good. We've had it since I've come in. We've rotated and changed a little bit, and each time players have come in, they've given us something. So I think it's just good that we've kind of got this strength in squad at the moment.
And how much good has that win in the week done for you because of the nature of it, the nature of that second half, throwing themselves into challenges, just keeping the ball out at all costs? Very different to some of the wins perhaps in recent weeks where you dominated throughout the 90 minutes. So how much kind of extra pleasure does that give you, and how much more good can that do the team to take confidence from that?
It does, because it shows a different side to us. We've played a lot of good attacking, quick passing football, and then the second half we really had to dig in and show a different side to us. And I think that's important, because certainly if we get to the playoffs and we're 1-0 up in a playoff game, that teams can throw absolutely everything at you and play with high risk. So sometimes you have to defend a little bit deeper and know that you can dig in and get through those kind of games. So I think it won't be the last time that we're going to have to do that sometimes in periods of the game, and it's good to know that we can do that we can drop in and defend the box, as a team really well.
And so this weekend, what's the key? What's the key thing you're needing from your players going into a match with so much on it?
I think we have to continue doing what we're doing. We don't really change because there's fans in, or we don't change because of who we're playing. We've got our way of playing now, and we want to stick to that. So I think we've been playing some really good, quick attacking, dynamic football, and we want to just continue to do the same. I think it served us well in the past kind of 6 games. So there's no reason to make any big changes for this game, and for any going forward. I think we're finding our way now, and we want to stick to that.